Hey there, Capricorn, and welcome to your week of November 15th, 2021 General Tarot reading. We're going to be looking at your energy coming into this week, some possible challenges, and possible outcome cards for you this week. We're going to clarify all those cards and tie everything off with an oracle card at the end, so you're going to want to stick around for all that. But for you, Capricorn, and everybody, these are general readings, so some, all, or none of this may resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that's great. If it doesn't resonate with you, or only some of it resonates with you, that's just not part of your message, or just isn't your message, so don't try to make something fit that doesn't. But without further ado, Capricorn, let's get into this. So far, we got a pop out here for you. Let's see what else we got. You got the Hierophant, the Page of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. All right, so you're coming in, in a little bit of an interesting energy here. I feel like you're very, you have a bit of a thirst for knowledge at this time here. We're looking at the Hierophant is the sign of Taurus. So you may have Taurus in your chart, might be dealing with a Taurus. But the Hierophant is someone who is a teacher, someone who wants to teach you how to do things, help train you, grow you here. So it's possible that you're looking to grow and you're looking to learn from someone at this time, or possibly you yourself are in that kind of a position where you're teaching someone. With the Page of Swords here, the Page of Swords is someone who wants clarity in their mind here. So this might be a thing where you're learning something very important to you. Maybe something you found was confusing before. Maybe you're seeking out like a tutor or someone like that, or maybe even just not even someone who maybe not someone necessarily like a professor or someone, but maybe a fellow like learner like you, but someone who knows more than you do. So they're helping you clarify what you've got going on, what you might be dealing with here at this time. So I love that. That's awesome. And especially here with the Three of Pentacles as well. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Working together with someone to achieve something you couldn't achieve on your own here. So yeah, I see you learning here, having that thirst for knowledge and seeing hopefully growing in a positive direction here. So let's take a look at some challenges possibly for you this week here, Capricorn. All right, cards are pretty talkative. We got flippers and pop outs already. So let's see what we got here for you for your challenge cards. Got the Four of Swords, the Chariot, that's a sign of Cancer, and the Judgment card. All right, so things appear to be not necessarily moving as fast as you'd like them to here. Where we have the Chariot. The Chariot is a card, the fastest card in the deck, and it's also the sign of Cancer. So maybe you have Cancer in your chart, might be dealing with a Cancer as well. Personally, I'm a Cancer sun, so maybe we're Cancer buddies. So let me know down in the comments below. But it's just, I'm seeing here, things not moving along the way you want them to, especially where we have the Four of Swords here as well. It's a card of being on your own in solitude. Like this person is resting; they're kind of in recovery mode. So I get this sense your things aren't moving to where you want to. You might as well be sitting in place. You know, maybe not learning or not getting clarity as much as you'd like at this time. I feel like there's a real need or a real want, at least, for you to like make things go. Right, the Chariot here, you take the reins of the Chariot and make these outside circumstances, these sphinxes here, do what you want them to do. And I feel like you want to do that, but you just can't for some reason. Notice enough here, oddly enough here on the Chariot, there are no reins, right? There are no physical reins you can hold on to here. With the Chariot, he only has like a staff here that he uses to point, like we're going that way, we're going this way here. So I feel like again that might be something for you. You feel as though you have no control over things at this moment. We also have the Judgment card here, just a fear of things maybe not being reborn or renewed here at this time. Maybe you felt like with potential clarity that the Page of Swords and the Hierophant and this work together, you working together would hopefully give you a ton of clarity, and maybe you felt like that would revive or rekindle something in you, right? You felt like maybe potentially, this would help you gain some more perspective and help you out in a way that you were really seeking answers for here at this time. So that's very interesting as well with the Judgment card there. I feel like maybe going into this with the sort of I don't want to say the wrong reasons or something, but going into it with maybe less than stellar less than stellar reasons perhaps here. So let's take a look and see what we got here for you for some possible outcome cards for you here, Capricorn. Let's take a look. All right, so we got the Knight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and Leo coming in with a Strength card here. I like that. I like that after the Chariot. The Strength card is Leo's card, so you may have Leo in your chart, might be dealing with a Leo at this time. But the Chariot and the Strength card are both cards of power, both cards of you being strong. The Strength card is more of that aura of strength versus the Chariot, which is more taking the reins and grabbing control. What I'm seeing here is that we need to be a little more hands-off and let your strengths kind of show themselves rather than trying to force them to come out at this time here. So I really like that. With the Knight of Cups here, the Knight of Cups is the second slowest knight in the deck. Takes some time, right? He's very much like all the knights, they're kind of impulsive. But with the Knight of Cups, it's a little more like kind of a slow burn with the Knight of Cups. He's going slowly, taking his time here, but still going after things they kind of like whatever catches his whim here. But I feel like for you, this is sort of a thing where it's like you're going towards where you want to go. Like you're going towards your desires and your dreams and such. But I feel like it might be that you just need to kind of let your strengths radiate from out from you rather than trying to force them into the open air here. And with the Six of Pentacles, try to like the Six of Pentacles. I always look at it as the card of like clean living, right? It's like being balanced, being fair, being generous. You know, not just with your physical material world, but with your your time as well and your values, right? Being very generous that way. So I feel like this is putting you in a very strong position. Like you just kind of need to let your strengths show rather than try to make them forcibly come out here. So let's get into your clarifiers here, Capricorn. But before we do, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it so much. We're going to tie everything off with an oracle card at the end, so you're going to want to stick around for that. But thank you again for being here, Capricorn. Let's take a look. Oh, we got some pop-outs for you already. We'll grab those. Got the Four of Swords again, and the Nine of Wands. We've also got the Six of Swords. All right. So the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, you know, it's kind of a situation where you're kind of beaten but not broken, right? So I like to look at that as like you sort of being in a state of like, especially where you're trying to find clarity here and trying to learn from someone else. Maybe something has defeated you in the past in such a way that you're like, I don't want that ever to happen again. So you're on that path of like, you're still defensive, but like you're willing to learn and grow. But you're really kind of still being kind of shaky and maybe not 100% yet. So that's interesting. With the Four of Swords repeating here, the Four of Swords, I did mention it's a card of solitude, but it's also a card of rest and recovery here as well. And I feel like maybe like it's something you need, but not something you're willing to take the time out for, right? Because you feel like you need, what's more important is that you gain this knowledge now rather than rest up and recover. And I feel like maybe that's part of the problem here, is that you're not at 100%, you're not functioning at 100%, whether that's mentally or physically. And that's why things are going so slow and you're not getting that clarity and things aren't, rekindling that spark, is because I feel like it's coming not necessarily from a wrong place, but it's coming from I don't want to say I don't want to say wrong or improper, but just not somewhere where it could be as genuine, I guess. You could come from wanting to learn knowledge, wanting to gain knowledge, and wanting to progress in a positive way, so that you don't get fooled again. But I just feel like it's like it's almost spiteful, or it's almost like I need this now because I'm just going to get back out there, right? Like maybe we're being a little too hasty here at this time. And with the Six of Swords, it's like, I feel like you could, it makes it so much harder because you can see the calm waters, right? You can see the calm waters, even though you're in the rocky waters. And it's like, I know, like, that's where I want to be. Like, instead of like kind of going with the flow, you're fighting the current and fighting it. And it's just making it worse, it feels like here. So let's take a look at some possible clarifiers for your challenges, Capricorn. All right, let's see what we got. There's a pop out already. And another pop out. All right. You got the King of Pentacles, Temperance, and we got the Six of Pentacles again. Again, I was talking about clean living with the Six of Pentacles, and how that is sort of, I guess, it just feels like right here where it feels like that's kind of a challenge for you, right? We're not letting our strengths show. We're not letting our, things just kind of happen and occur and letting us grow and heal and recover, right? You're just being very much, like, I want to just achieve what I want now. Why aren't I getting those results? I can't stop. I can't take a break. I'm on like, you're on like an imaginary deadline, right? And I just feel like you're not living clean. You're not recovering. You're not being generous to yourself, right? With the Temperance card here, Sign of Sagittarius. So again, you may have Sagittarius in your chart, might be dealing with a Sagittarius, but the Temperance card is a card of balance and harmony. It's a card of, again, going with the flow. It's a card of experimenting and mixing and trying to be open and flexible here. And I just feel like where it's in your challenge positions, you're not doing that. You're not being flexible. You're like, no, this is what I have to do. I have to do this. So you got the sort of the blinders on. You're kind of like, no, this is what I have to do. This is what I'm going for. And here we are. Like, I'm not going to do anything else because you don't feel like there are any other options maybe, or you feel like this has to be where you go. And with the King of Pentacles here, where it's in your challenge position again, might be a person you're dealing with. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but could be a woman as well. It's just energy, but it could be someone who's a little older than you. Maybe they're very good with their money and things like that. Or it's possibly saying here as well, maturity is a problem for you at this time. Like we might be... Like I was talking about, the Page of Swords is a young at heart, naive person. The Knight of Cups is an impulsive person as well. Like, and maturity, having a king in the center here is a challenge for you. So I feel like you need, like, it's not to say you're immature or you lack that or anything like that. Like, I'm not saying that, but it just feels like we're a little out of touch with it at the time because of whatever may have hurt you in the past and the kind of the confusion, the lack of clarity, and the want to not get hurt again, right? It's kind of making you not think straight, like how you normally would. Like, you ever see that happen to like your friends or your family where they kind of, this is a person that normally expect them to be like, oh, they're sane, rational, whatever, right? And then something happens to them and they kind of just go off the deep end a bit, and you're like, what happened here? Like, why did this occur? Because they've always been kind of the good person, the guiding light, but for some reason they just kind of lost it one day. And I feel like you're kind of going through a little bit of that, right? Not saying you're going crazy or nothing, but like, just feel like you're kind of needing to kind of take a step back and take yourself out of this situation a bit and realize you're kind of doing stuff that you maybe wouldn't normally here. That was a lot of cards. But yeah, let's take a look at your clarifiers for your outcome cards. We got the Hanged Man. Yeah, new perspective. That makes sense to me. The Death card and the Tower. Wow. All right. So yeah, we got Scorpio coming in here with the Death card. So again, might be dealing with Scorpio. Might have Scorpio in your chart. But the Hangman, the Tower, and the Death card are all cards of change. Really, the Hangman is more of a change of perspective rather than like a change for you. But the Hangman is like, we're going to change our perspective, look at things in a different way, right? And I feel like that's what you really need more than anything. With the Death and the Tower card, the Death is about a cycle coming to an end, and the Tower is about a big change that has to happen. I feel like you need to look at a new perspective to realize how to progress forward and let your strength shine through here, Capricorn. Like, I feel like you just need to do that. And, it sounds so simple, but I feel like you do need to work on that in order to achieve what you want to achieve here and recover and get back to where you were before this and have that clarity as well. So thank you for making it this far, Capricorn. Hope this has been helping out. Hope this has been resonating with you. Let's get you your oracle card for you and see what we got to tie this all off for you this reading. Oh my lord, we got cards sticking and flipping. Now let's see what we got, Capricorn. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, for you, Capricorn, that was the one that flipped in the deck. Oh, that's neat. So the grasshopper spirit says to take a leap of faith. Like, you know, this new line of thinking, this new perspective, like take a leap of faith on that, right? Like, you know, worst case Ontario, you just go out and you have to, you know, just go back to the way you were doing things before, right? Like just try something different. Try to be a little experimental, like the Temperance card would tell us. Try to look at things from a new perspective with the Hangman. Just try some change here, because it feels like you're doing something here that's not working out for you, and like if you just keep doing that, then it's not gonna work, and it's gonna just keep being the same old, and you're gonna be in this defensive position, confused, lacking the clarity, wondering why you're not having any success, while you're not healing, and why things are not going your way. So hopefully that's helped you out, Capricorn. If you want to help out the channel, though, you can leave a like down below. Helps out a ton. Lets YouTube know you like the content. You can subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Then that way you can check your subscriptions and see these videos. You can also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. You know, because we get a little more perspective on your week for your week ahead. Thank you again for being here, Capricorn, and I hope to see you in the next video.